Hello everyone and welcome back to PAX and Recreation, and today we're back at Tins and Pokemon because I love my metal, and we have the Paldean Fates Tins, which are some of the prettiest ones. However, as you already realize if you follow this channel, sadly they still use the same hexagonal format, and mind you, I love hexagons. Everyone loves hexagons. Hexagons are bestagons. However, for storing cards, they are bullshit. So let's see what it holds. I like it that there is a pattern to these because normally you have like one Pokemon on one side, one Pokemon on the other, and then another here, and it's like, so like to collect them all, right? But there is a pattern here. So you have a future Pokemon, a ancient Pokemon, and Charizard, because everyone loves Charizard, and it just kind of sucks because this is like an old Donphan and this is a old I don't remember which Pokemon is this one based on, and this is a Charizard, but like a terrorized Charizard, right? So everyone is shiny here, but everyone is going to buy this one because it's Dark Jesus Charizard with the crown and stuff. I know, it's a very heavy metal design for Charizard. And like in shiny, he's just like black Charizard. It's just crazy. So let's leave the best for last, right? Or no, well, you know what? Let's go in chronological order. So let's start with the ancient Pokemon. The ancient Pokemon. A blast from the past. So let's see what to expect here. Let me get rid of the plastic to remove all those. That's some sturdy plastic right there. So, all the boxes are the same. Like the cover is the only thing that is different. So you have the 3 Pokemon there. Sadly, they didn't use my logic of like past, present, future. They just went like and did everything. And Paldean Fates. And I realize we're kind of late for this, but Shiny Pokemon EX in the spotlight. So basically we get the promo of the card featured in the tin, and then we get 4 boosters of Paldean Fates, which is not that bad, and a code for TCG Live. So we're going to open 12 boosters and we're going to get 3 extra cards. Not bad. And I will do, as usual, my normal thing of insulting these tin boxes because they look nice, and don't get me wrong, they stand like this on shelves, they stand like this on shelves, and they kind of stack nicely on top of each other, so they're not bad. I like the design when they are closed. Once you open them, this is what we have. You have this thing, which if you want to preserve this logic of showcasing your cards, you better preserve this as well. Otherwise, it's very difficult for you. And if you want, because I know that some people commented this, if you want, I guess, your cards to not dance as much, just don't throw away the cardboard, more or less. But some people commented this in a previous video. And just a note, cards are not the same size as the booster. So they're going to dance the same. They don't fit like this, right? So the cardboard is really not the solution. It's just cardboard, which is, it's weird that we say that in this channel. But it is what it is. So again, the usual tin that just goes all over the place. Just put cookies in there, or like threads and buttons and needles. So this is the code for you for this one, so you can use it. And the Pokemon that we got was Great Tusk EX, ancient Pokemon. It has Quacking Demolition and Great Bash. I love it that they went full on with the shiny Pokemon because, we don't see enough of them, which is also the reason why they are special, because we don't see enough of them. But I digress. So we're going to put this bad boy here. And since the tins are more or less the same, what I'm going to do is I'm going to open them all in a row. This keeps being the plastic thing. Now let's go to the Charizard one. So Charizard, Terrorized Charizard EX. At least, so this plastic is very hard and very noisy, but at least is easy to remove. So that's nice. So Charizard EX, some people also recommended that you don't remove the card. Well, I need to remove it so that you get the code. But yeah, I mean, if you don't care about this card, which is weird because it's like, the main attraction, I will say, you can just like leave it there and always have the cover for the box. However, there's another thing, by the way, code, in case you want it. There's another thing that happens, is that you remove your boosters, right? If you remove this to fit some cards, and then you put some cards in there, you already saw what happens. This just falls. So yes, your card will be centered, but it will be down there. So that's really my problem with these tins. I understand why we do the window thing. I understand that it's difficult to have the window thing instead of just being full metal. Just being full metal. Like, it certainly will be cheaper for them to just make it entirely out of tin without the window. And I think it will be cooler. Like, I don't need to see what's in there if the cards are just going to dance around. You know what I mean? I don't get it. Like, I will really appreciate someone from the Pokemon company going like, yeah, this is the reasoning for that. Besides, by the way, it's the dark type Charizard because it's sterilized. Besides, you know, oh, it looks cool on the shelves, which, mind you, it does. But they kind of stack correctly. They don't 100%, see? Like, because of the 3D of the Pokemon, right? And they, like, this thing here is not as profound. You will be thinking, well, remove the paper. The paper is not the problem. Trust me. And one of these tins, when I opened it, I don't know, when I picked them for the video, I don't remember which one it is. Oh, it's this one. It's Charizard, of course. It's actually bent. You can see it here. Like, maybe it doesn't translate well to the video, but can you see it? Like, it's like a little bit bent, so you need to... The good thing is that it's tin. So the good thing and bad thing about tin is that you can mold it. So the boxes are very nice. I like the patterns. The boxes are very nice indeed. So I like the patterns, and I kind of like the designs of the Pokemon, as we discussed. 1 second, because this is hell for the microphone. As we discussed in previous videos, I am not a ultra fan of the names of the future and past Pokemon. Their names are just like the description, the literal description. But you know, but it is what it is. Well, this one had a bad time. Look at this. Another proof of why, like, even when they are new, they are not very good. So I'm just going to put this in here with the hope of like reusing them with the window, maybe. I don't know. So I know it's all over the place, which is kind of weird. But again, the design is pretty nice this time. Like, normally they fluctuate. You can like them more or less, right? Like this one that we opened in a previous video. Like, I like the design, but it's like 3 designs put all together. And here it's like, at least it's the same pattern. It's just different colors, which is a lot prettier. This one is not ugly, but you know what I mean? Still, they have the same window issue. And from what I could see, in the foreseeable future, they are going to keep the same design. Now, I know that depending on the country or the region of the world, these tins sometimes change, and we have some different designs. But there are some new tins that actually I have somewhere, and there will be a next video, that kind of solve this problem, but for some reason they were like, no, people don't like them. Let's go back to the cool ones with the windows. So again, if it sells, it sells, right? So let's put this stuff whenever it does this fall, and all my boosterinos here, and let's go. So we have one steel Pokemon, one dark Pokemon, and one fighting Pokemon. And look at the tragedy here. I removed Charizard from this corner, and yet it moves. Look at this. Look at what they did to my boy. This wasn't me. Replay the video. This wasn't me. Or maybe it wasn't. And we do the replay and I'm all sad. So there goes the value of the card. No, but I mean, I have the normal one, the non shiny one, but it's just a shame with like the promo card. See, this is the whole thing. It's like you put the card there so I can see it when the Pokemon is in here, so I don't need to see the Pokemon. And it's in those cardboard things, they get damaged. Okay, let me just check if it was me. I'm getting crazy here. No, it couldn't be me, see? Because it was fitting on this corner and this corner, so this was damaged out of just pure tin movement. God damn. Oh well. Another word in the day of a cardboard collector. So we have these 3, Steel, Dark, and Fight, or Ground, technically, but... And let's go to the boosters themselves. Let's see what we can get from it. Isn't it like a lot of people say like, oh, why the gloves? We already said multiple times it's because my hands are ugly. It's not because of the cards themselves. Like, although sometimes we do get some crazy pulls. Although I think my craziest pulls so far have been in Magic, not so much in Pokemon. But still, good pulls nonetheless. Primate, let's go. And I feel like, isn't it like the greatest irony that like we put nice Palafin? We have gloves, we have everything. Like we do it on video, we do it very carefully, we do everything. Oh, McMortar, nice. And they just come like that out of the box. Like it's the saddest thing. So the saddest thing ever, and the saddest thing ever as well. Code, by the way. Like I don't know. I'm just like so. Well, not maybe not sad is not the word, but just like. It's not disappointed either, you know. It's like, well, it is what it is. You know what I mean? Like, oh, well, what are you gonna do, right? Like, it comes like that out of the box. The problem is that it puts all of your efforts into question. It's like you do all of this, just leave them, have them in portfolios, and you love your cardboard, and then they just come like that out of the box. So. It is a shame. And I know what you were thinking. It's like, well, it's the promo of a tin, so if you really want it, it's not that expensive, because if whoever wants the card just buys the tin, and if the tin is not on sale anymore, then just, you know, look for it online. It's not expensive because it's a predictable card. What is a predictable card? A predictable card is a card that you know you're going to get. Like, anything that is in a booster is an unpredictable card. That means that you are gambling. You want to see if you can pull it. There are probabilities for each rarity of card, yada yada, yada yada. But a predictable card is a card that you know you're gonna get. So cards that are advertised literally, like cards in structure decks, starter decks, promo cards, and things like this. You know that if you buy the thing, you're gonna get the card. So unless the product is a very, very difficult to get product, the predictable cards are always cheaper than you know, that some rares and mythics, because it's only logical, right? That's how it works at the end of the day. Oh, Raichu, let's go, beautiful. As a reminder, in case you are new to this or not, but when I go crazy over cards, normally it's because of their design, and sometimes because of their mechanics. But as you can imagine, I am only human, so I don't remember what every card in every TCG does. So sometimes I recognize them because they are like very used cards across the board, so you obviously recognize them. But oh, let's go, shiny Pomo. But I can't remember them all. So sometimes, and when it comes to Pokemon, that no one plays it, am I right? Like when it comes to Pokemon, I'm a video game player first, then a card player. But the card player is not so much because of the game. Like, I don't have anything against the TCG. Like, I mean, I buy the cards, right? It's not like I don't buy this as a scumbag investment thing. Like, yeah, it's buy cards to sell them to kids or something. Like, nah. I just like Pokemon. I just like cards. I'm more of a video game player, so I recognize a lot of times the creatures from the games, and sometimes I don't recognize them because I haven't played those games so much. Although, fun fact for you, I have played every mainline Pokemon game. Let's go, Chen Pao. Well, for example, this is a great example of what I was saying of like I know from which generation Chen Pao is, but it doesn't resonate with me because I don't care about Chen Pao. But hey, nonetheless, great pool. Look at that, golden Chen Pao, so reflective that it's almost a mirror. You can see the microphone, you can see anything. So nice looking. And yes, I know what you're thinking. I'm going to sleeve it after the video. Like the cards are not going to. Hopefully, there's not going to be any earthquake. So the cards are not at risk. When the video is finished, I just go and sleeve everything. In case you're curious, this is how the bad boys do it. So in the case of Chen Pao, so I have a lot of these sleeves because I made the mistake of buying a lot of Dragon Shield inners and I bought the smoke ones because I liked them. Then I realized that if you have Dragon Shield inners and Dragon Shield sleeves, they don't fit in a lot of deck boxes if you put 100 cards for Commander, which is my main, game. So you know what I mean? So I had a lot of those inner sleeves that I couldn't use because Dragon Shield didn't account for their own sleeves to be used with their own sleeves, which is weird. And you may be thinking, well, but surely they fit in a Dragon Shield deck box. And to that I say two things. One, I love, no, they don't. They don't fit. And two, I love Dragon Shield because most of my sleeves, not all of them, because I have sleeves from Trainer Elite boxes and from Ultra Pro and sleeves that sometimes people gift to me and stuff like that. But I will say that all of the sleeves that I buy personally, on purpose, and the sleeves that I use to play and all that are Dragon Shield. I love Dragon Shield with a passion. I think that their sleeves are the gold standard. Everyone knows that. So, however, I don't go crazy for their deck their deck boxes, and the reason for that is they're not, they're nothing to write home about. They're not bad. I just don't go crazy for them, which is a shame. I understand that, is that all the rule of business? You need to pick something to be good at, and then everything else is optional. So I guess that they're going with that. They have some other stuff like play mats and sleeves and portfolios, and surely they sell. But the one thing everyone buys from them is sleeves. They know them. We know they know that. We know that. Everyone knows that. This is actually a fighting Pokemon, which is like Earth Pokemon, whatever. So, Noibat in shiny. Let's go. Nice. And Kilowattrel. I love this art for Kilowattrel. Kilowattrel has such badass arts recently. It's just crazy. Someone loves Kilowattrel. Cyclizar, Water Energy, and a code for you. But yeah, deck boxes from Dragon Shield are either just okay or, I don't want to be mean to them because maybe they sponsor this shit. No, but I do love Dragon Shield products. The problem is the Dragon Shield has a design problem, right? I know that this is not this is a Pokemon TCG teen video, not a Dragon Shield video, but you're here for the podcast. So, to me, Dragon Shield has a design issue, visual design issue, because their products are either amazing, fantastic, great, or they're just okay. The only bad product I think I ever had from Dragon Shield, and I wouldn't call it bad, it's just not very good for me. Ooh, nice. Look at that Palafin, bro. Look at that thing. So badass. That's another thing. For example, Palafin, to me, I don't go too crazy over Palafin. Apparently people do because this card is all over the place. But look at that. So badass, man. Look at that. It's dark Palafin. What's up? Amazing. And yes, I will sleeve this one to, two water type expensive cards. Cool. Although the Chien-Pao, I don't really like Chien-Pao as a Pokemon. And yes, I know that mathematically this is a more expensive card, but this one is the beautiful card for me. Look at that bad boy. It's art. Everything is art. Everything is art. You know what I mean? That card is the thing. So for Dragon Shield, I think they have a design problem. Their sleeves are great, and they try with the other products, and sometimes the products are good, sometimes the products are not that good. I think that the least good product I opened was the Cube, which we have a video of. I don't know if the video link is here or it's going to be in the description, but was the Cube boxes for Cube and or for storing cards and so on, and they were just bad because I couldn't. Espathra EX, because they didn't hold the cards properly. I feel like they damaged the cards, which is weird because Dragon Shield is all about protecting your cards. It's the whole gimmick, right? So when I saw that, I was like, ooh, brother, ooh. I think that's like the worst product I experienced from Dragon Shield so far. The others are either okay or great. And whenever you get an okay product or good product from Dragon Shield that is not sleeves in a single color, like Dragon Shield has these artists that they commission to do the dragons for their deck box, for their sleeve boxes. So whenever you buy a box of sleeves from Dragon Shield, you get this amazing dragon art, and they have this distinction between Japanese size and standard size, and the Japanese size normally have like Japanese style dragons, which is again cool and makes a lot. Ooh, another one, let's go. And this is actually one of the Pokemon from the box, so Coolio, Great Tusk EX, which looking at the boosters, this booster was actually in the Great Tusk tin because it was the first we opened. So nice, not bad. So already four cool cards, good balance so far. So Electric Energy and Code. So they have these amazing dragons. They do have like small snippets of lore in the back of the box. So in case you don't know what I'm talking about like these box of sleeves, for example, from Clear. So you have this amazing art here for Clear dragons, Clear sleeves, and then it says like story by one person, artwork by another person. In this case, Jose Munoz, and the story by Ian Spiegel Bloom. And you have like the story for it, and it's great. And you can reuse these boxes. That's why they have this box for text. You can just write like whatever, and you can actually store cards here, sleeved, because, well, they fit. But you can just put whatever, like you can reuse these boxes, and these are nice boxes. And I think that's cool that they design it in a way. Sometimes I have a problem throwing this away because I love the design of these boxes. And, also we have a philia for cardboard here, but what's the problem is that you have now they started to do some art sleeves with their dragons on it, and that's cool. Some dragons are cooler than others, but I see that we have another crazy pool. But then you buy like a portfolio, or like, I don't know, some deck boxes or some products, and they have this tribal dragon art that is very ugly. And I mean, I had a Game Boy Advance SP Tribal Edition. I am a tribal kid, you know what I mean? It's not that I hate tribal. It's just that it doesn't fit Dragon Shield. Like, just put me a dragon of those, or just don't put anything. Just put your logo. Your logo is cool. Do that. Maybe just like a vectorial version of your logo, because your logo is kind of old school. But it works. Just put the logo in a like black and white version, or vectorial, or just put a dragon or something. I don't know. But like, don't put the tribals. Like, I just feel old when I look at the tribals. A Pikachu card, a Paldean student card, and Charizard EX. Well, first, this means that the tin with the Ancient Tusk was the best tin. And second, well, Destiny does reward the people that believe in it, or something like that, because this is exactly the same card as the one that is the promo, right? The only problem is that, well, it's the art, right? This is the shiny version of the Terralized one, and this is just the normal version of the Terralized one, but it's the same Pokemon. So in case I couldn't use that because it's bent, and therefore it wouldn't be tournament legal, well, I have this one, which is great looking as well. Again, this is my problem with EX cards, is that you can't really see most of the Pokemon because it's so busy coming at you that you can't see it, which is a shame. And then last but not least, Pikachu, my boy. And before you say anything, it's a male Pikachu. Look at that tail. So then this is the last one, people, but we already got some pretty good pulls in my humble opinion, so I think I'm okay with this. Pikachu, Kilowattrel, Artason, because it's Paldea, Kirlia. Oh wow! Well, this was the best team. Like, in the same team, 4 crazy pulls. Like, yowza, Mew EX, shiny Mew EX. Like, that's why it's blue, people. Like, let's go! Look at that. Like, well, I was doing the video like, well, we're going to pull some decent cards, it's okay. And then Annihilate, which is another great Pokemon, is the return of Primate, people. And that should be celebrated every day. Then you have Armarouge, in foil, a Electric Energy, and a Code for you. Now, that's the video. I think we actually pulled some crazy good cards, if I'm allowed to say so. But let me know, maybe I'm wrong. Now, in terms of the tins, are they worth it? Well, one of them certainly was, which was this one, because we got a lot of crazy pulls in here. But as usual, as I normally say, this is random. So it doesn't mean that what you're going to get is the same as so assume that anything that is not the card that is showing in the hellish window and the tin itself is random. So is it worth it? Well, as usual, there is, simple mathematics here. That's why the math class is so important in school. Just see the price of 4 boosters and then, in your head, see how much is worth for that card, in case it's not bent like mine, and the tin itself. Now, if you ask me, I like the design of these tins, but I don't like the design of these things. Like, I like the visual design, the patterns and the colors. I hate the functional design of the tin. Is useless. In case you're new to this channel, well, check the other videos on tins because I do it every time. But in case you are new to this, basically what happens, and this is the whole yada yada, I will do it while I explain like the math here. So technically, is it worth it to buy? Well, not really. Unless you really like the tin, right? We know what the demographic for this is, and the demographic for this is young people, as it's usually the case with Pokemon cards. But and sometimes some other people can get excited about it too. Like, don't get me wrong, I am an old-ass man talking about Pokemon cards, but I love my collectibles and my Pokemon, so bite me. So the thing is, like, this is kind of eye candy, right? Like, if you're a collector, you just buy boosters or whatever. See, this is what I normally do in this channel. Like, this is why I don't like these things. They don't fit properly like this because they dance. Even if you put them like all the way in so that they don't move, you fill the entire tin. The cards that are on the bottom will suffer and maybe will dance and will get bent, as you can see. If you put them like this, it will be the same because they will go full, but then they will move up or down, and the ones that are hitting the corners will get bent as well. If you put them like this, they will dance around the tin and they won't occupy the tin. So there is actually no good way of using this. The best way that I have managed to so far is doing this and then putting a bunch of cards around it, like here and here and here and here. And normally those cards are energy cards, so that I don't feel bad if some of them are kind of bent a little bit, you know what I mean? Because we have so many energy cards. But yeah, overall, that's the video. Those are the pulls. Let me know what you think. Do you think I was lucky? I think I was, but maybe I am wrong because I don't know all the cards by heart. See, and then you have the window, which it doesn't fit exactly to what you have in there the moment it starts moving. And if you put them like this, neither. See? So yeah, it is what it is. So thank you very much for watching. I hope to see you next time. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and all those cool things that the cool kids do here on PAX and Recreation. Bye.